Hi artists! Today what we're going to do, we are going to be creating a awesome bowl. So we're going to start this today. We're going to be using clay. This is our clay mat that our clay is on. There's one side that's white, and if you flip it over, the back side is blue. The blue side is the back. White side's the side you want your clay on. Once you get your clay, it's just going to look kind of like a square or a rectangle. If you want to take your fingers and just gently kind of smooth it, you can. Just a teeny bit. Kind of feels good. We don't want to press our fingers in it. We don't want big fingerprints in it. We just gently want to push over it to smooth out the clay. The next thing we're going to do, you're going to get a flower template, which is a pattern for a flower. And you'll have a couple different ones to choose from. They look slightly different. Here's this one. So you're just going to choose one that you want, and you're going to sit it on your clay. So we're going to sit this here. And with your fingers, you're just gently going to push into it. Not too much, just enough so it doesn't come off. Then you're going to take your handy dandy bamboo skewer, and the skewer has a sharp end. It's not that sharp, but it's pointy, and then the other end is round, and we're going to use both ends. Notice I have this bowl here. We're going to be using that as well. So what you guys are going to do, you're going to take your pattern, place it on top of your clay. You're going to take one hand and hold the pattern down, and in the other hand, you're going to hold your bamboo skewer just like you would a pencil. So you're just going to take it and you're just going to start tracing around. And I'm kind of digging into the clay, just like this. And you're going to go all the way around. Now, hopefully when you do this, you'll go through to the back. If I look, I haven't gone through to the back. If I pull this back a little bit, you see the lines that it's starting to create? You want to go all the way through. So let me try that again. So I'm going to push down all the way till it touches the bottom of the paper. I'm going to kind of turn it the way I want to go. I'm going this way, so I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm just going to lean it and then go the other way. And then hold this side. Go all the way around. And you're going to go around all of your petals. And you can kind of see some of these chunks are up. That's okay. Keep going. Draw all the way around the petal. What you could do once you get down here, I like to sometimes turn this and keep going. I'm just going to go around each of these little petals. Sometimes if you get chunks of clay, just move them over to the side. I'm going to rotate it again. Here's where I'm going to start, because that's where I ended, and here's where I began, so you can kind of see. So I'm going to push that down. Take my sharp end of my bamboo skewer and just trace around this. Make sure you're pushing all the way through to the bottom. Okay. Then I can take this. I can take this off and let someone else use it. And then do you see how this is starting to come off? Just like this. Now sometimes if you don't press all the way through, you won't be able to take it off. So if you take off your pattern and you notice that this piece isn't coming off, you might have to go back and really push till you touch the bottom. So this extra we're just going to put off to the side. We don't need that. Miss Bartos will collect that later. Now you've got this beautiful flower. Sometimes I like to take my fingers on some of these rough edges and just kind of smooth it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Because once you we're going to put this in the kiln, which is a really hot oven, and it's going to get hard. And these little pieces, if they're sticking out, they might hurt your fingers once it's already been in the kiln. So we're just going to get rid of all these little crumbs, smooth out the edges. Once we do that, looks pretty good. Then we can start adding texture to my flower. And texture is the way something feels or the way something looks like it feels. So if you look inside my bowl here, you can see lots of bumps. I drew little circles around. So you can draw different little designs in it if you want. You can use the pointy side of your bamboo skewer, or you can use the round side. So I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to make, and I'm not pushing hard. I'm not going all the way through to the bottom of the clay. I'm just pushing enough to make a little circle design. And I'm going around each of my petals. So I'm just taking this and I'm gently pushing, going around the edges, just like this. You can go slow and take your time. You should have plenty of time to do this. Once I go around and do all the petals, then I might add something in the middle of my flower. Sometimes in the middle of flowers, we have different kinds of designs. So I'm going to take this. There we go. So maybe I want to do something in the middle. So I'm going to take my pointy end and I'm just going to draw real gently a circle like that. Get rid of some of the crumbs like that. I can make another circle if I want, like this, like that. I can also take this and make little lines like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. That. And again, you don't want to push so hard that you're going through the bottom. And once you get a couple designs, some textures, then what you're going to do, oh, that's really pretty. I might do some more in here. There we go. So once you have your designs, oh, wait, I want some more. Some little lines. Like that. And I guess that's it. Once you love it, you're going to flip it over like this. You're going to, and if you can't get it off of your mat, what you can do is put your hand over it, flip the mat over, and peel it back like that. Okay, let's try that again. So here's your flower. You've added your texture. You haven't made any big holes. Put your hand over it. This one is going under the mat. Flip and peel it off. Then you're going to take this bowl and you're gently going to put this in the bowl. And we want this to end up like this shape. We don't want it to be flat like this. We want it to kind of come up on the edges. So when you put this in the bowl, you kind of lay it in the center. You don't want to lay it like this. That wouldn't be cool. Or like this. So we lay it in the center. Once you get it in the center, very nice, then you're gently going to take your fingers and just gently start to push it down. You don't want to mess up any of your textures, so be really careful. And you just kind of push that down, push it down, push it down. And then eventually you'll probably feel it touch the bottom. And that's pretty good. And that's about it. And I kind of go around and do this. Kind of make sure it's there. And that's good. And that's what you're going to do. Now you're going to get a little piece of paper. And you're going to write your name on this piece of paper. B-A-R-T-O-S. So I have my name. I'm going to just put it inside my bowl like this. And I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to take it over to either the blue shelf or the white shelf by the window. And that's it. You can smooth this a little bit more once you get it in there. Just like that. Okay? Now, I would love it if you would raise your hand before you put this over to the window, just so I can double check it to make sure that everything looks good. Sound good? All right, you'll have fun. Add some really cool textures to your flower bowl. Then what we'll do, we'll let this dry, we'll put it in the kiln, and then we'll paint them. But we gotta let them dry so it gets hard. Okay, have fun. I can't wait to see your flower bowls.